law requires establishing intent to prove murder, and the defense contends that FA's actions weren't
stupid law. I'm sorry. He killed 2 people decidedly anyway.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Maj back here with another video. And the video we're about to be reacting today is by Atozi. It's named IRL streamer just got 2 people killed. What the fuck? How? Jesus. Ugh. Here we go, back in the most crazy story with the damn IRL streamers. Here we go, bruh. What the hell are these niggas going? Well, I can't even say what the hell these niggas go do next because he just got 2 people killed. But before we get into this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click the hype button because it really helps me out. I am a small content creator, man. Let's get into it.
This Dutch streamer accepted a $5 donation to make a prank call that resulted in 2 random people losing their lives on New Year's Day. What a crazy headline. This is genuinely one of the most horrific stories I've covered in a while, mainly because of just how random and preventable all of this was. Part of it's exploiting potentially unstable people for content, and part of it is wrong place at the wrong time. Even though the YouTuber didn't orchestrate any of this or carry out any of the violence, none of this would have happened if he hadn't made that prank call for a measly $5 donation. But to make things even worse, he also tried to pretend like he had nothing to do with this horrible tragedy. So he deleted the VOD and pretended like he wasn't streaming that day. He since...
Damn, that's like the topping on the cake is just some bullshit, bro. So like, I mean, I know people get scared and I know people like do not want to be the fault of it because it literally sounds fucking crazy about you know, Tozy reporting on this right now. Like over a $5 donation, you got people killed. Yo, but like it's really just fucking insensitive for you to just like deny this whole fucking thing and just delete the VOD and just try to like detach your name from it. Bro, it's gonna work its way around, especially when you getting people killed.
Changed his story after his own Discord notification showed people otherwise, and now his lawyer is stating that he was simply confused over the dates. But one thing is for sure though, the streamer who goes by RouandYT is, I guess, no stranger to these pranks or facing backlash for them. The dude clearly loves attention on the internet. In the past, he's boasted about, I guess, the achievement of making a kid cry and even pretending to hit a baby. So seems like an average archetype of a prankster. And believe it or not, he's also admitted himself to being arrested for these prank calls before.
And I really have the funniest pranks when I talk about myself. I think it's super funny, and so do other people, and it goes super viral on the internet, so that's going well.
Yeah, there was even a boy who started crying. What did you do about that?
Yes, there was a boy who got very emotional when I told him he was being referred to Holt.
This is Joris, the neighborhood officer. Good evening. We have established that you, as far as we can tell, left a cobra in front of the door, and we would like you to come to the station tomorrow.
Nee, ik heb het helemaal niet gedaan.
You didn't do it, did you? Are you sure?
Oké, ik heb het wel gedaan.
That is quite enough now, boy.
That's
that is enough.
fucked up.
I mean it. Enough. You need to take it easy. Just take it easy. Easy now. Just stay easy, boy. You are not getting any more food, boy. You are going to be listed on Craigslist.
And at the time he was arrested, he was claiming that this is supposed to be like one big turning point.
This feels like all of those pranks that used to go down in like 2017, bro. I feel like these pranks, those type of like edgy pranks out in like the in real life really just not connect well with people anymore. Either like it's just gonna end up in like an uproar, or it's just gonna end up with you getting arrested or your career ended online.
For him, he was going to change his ways, but I guess not.
Guys, look, there he is, the prisoner. RouandYT has just been released from prison. At 7 in the morning, I was dragged out of bed, literally. At one point, 5 of those big guys walked into my room. Well, then you can just explain that to the judge, probably for a prank. You know that threat? That's what I was being suspected of. He says to me, yeah, I know that's what it's about, and you probably shouldn't sleep tonight.
Because on January 1st, 2026, he made a prank call that ended up resulting in 2 fatal consequences for 2 teenagers who were supposedly on their way to McDonald's when a random man opened fire on the group.
No more pranks, boys. I actually signed something saying I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
What
and I know you're probably thinking, wait a second, like, what does this have anything to do with a prank call? How did this even happen? Well, Rouand apparently had this whole gimmick where viewers could donate and nominate someone for him to prank call on a stream for content. Now, obviously, this sounds like a recipe for disaster, but I guess people like this because they can use this guy as a vessel to prank their friends or people they know.
And I've started live streaming various concepts, including, you know, prank calls.
So people are able to donate their phone numbers, and then you go ahead and call all those numbers.
Yes.
This reminds me of like what I guess that one show, Yo Mama. Wait, no, that wasn't Yo Mama. It was some YouTube show. I think it's with like a Indian guy that does like the little I don't know. damn it, I know where it's like on the tip of my tongue. I just know what it's called, bro. But like, it reminds me of like what he does, and he prank calls people. But like, honestly, he does it in like a less threatening and less like dramatic way that this nigga probably did.
That is absolutely correct. I reach out and call up the various friends of our generous donors. For instance, I might target an uncle's small business or perhaps a local driving school for an elaborate prank. Honestly, my pranks are the absolute funniest if I do say so myself. They are truly hilarious. They always go viral online and everything is going really great for me.
So viewers could essentially nominate a family member, a friend, a business, pretty much anyone they wanted to be pranked as long as they paid the guy $5. And I guess in the $5 donation, along with the victim's information, the donator was expected to provide a story for Rowan to go along with during the call. And these stories just normally consisted of people trying to pick fights with other people. So whoever he called, he essentially just tried to pick a fight with them. And he would take it to the extremes. So he would threaten people. He would play gun sounds going off on a laptop. Whoa. Or call a 14-year-old and claim the police were coming to take him away the next morning. These became unhinged pretty quickly.
From now on, just positivity.
What did you think of the venue?
It was quite cold outside. It was cold, but I had a cardigan on.
But why don't we just head into town and see if we can pull a prank?
Right, why not? Well, at least we bought some baby gear. That's a maxi cozy and a playpen. So then you're going to hear this. And then naturally we are going to gently give that poor crying baby a few little taps.
What is his
Tell
name
me,
then?
what is her name? She's a little girl, isn't she? Well, if I had a daughter, I would name her Lena. So let us just call her Lena.
I think that last call is the one that landed him behind bars to begin with. But I guess after that point, he was supposed to have realized how stupid all this was. And clearly, he can now land in bars if he continues doing so. But according to another Dutch YouTuber I found who does commentary on Roand, the numbers of views he got dramatically dropped when he wasn't doing prank calls. So that naturally led him back to doing prank calls because obviously he wants to get views.
It was going pretty well until he realized he wasn't actually getting any views anymore. And then he just started live streaming prank calls again. 11 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago. And
yo, that literally makes a nigga go ballistic. When they're not like getting the views that they were getting before and something's just not working, you don't pivot and switch up your content. You just literally go back to your most popular thing that could potentially land you in jail or, you know, have something worse like, you know, getting caught for, bro. Hey man, it's all the works of like every creator, bro. It's not just this guy, bro.
3 days ago, he just started streaming prank calls daily again because he wasn't getting any money or views. And he recorded 2 videos that had nothing to do with prank calls after that whole incident. That was after arriving in Tenerife at our beautiful villa. And we caused chaos at the supermarket in Tenerife. And those are good vlogs, of course, but Roland probably wasn't happy with the view count because he has 40,000 subscribers and he got 4,000 views on both videos. For those who can't do the math, that's about 10% of his total subscriber count. His live streams are actually much better than the videos he posts.
But I guess this faithful $5 donation that Rowan received described the person he would be calling as an unstable nephew named Effie. And he said that Rowan should use a fake gangster story to prank him. So the prank allegedly consisted of Rowan pressing this Effie guy and claiming to be a gangster who Effie owed money to. What could go wrong? And after a bit of arguing, the fight escalated, and it's reported that Effie actually wanted to meet up. And I was a little bit confused on who actually instigated at first. And honestly, right now, without the audio, it really can't be 100% confirmed. But I do think it's important to consider when looking at whose fault here, because this wouldn't have happened if a prank caller didn't instigate this. But according to Dexerto, according to a preliminary hearing on April 22nd, the Dutch Public Prosecution Service said that Effie was told by the caller to come to a blue bridge and Widget Park. Piet Widjik Park. I have no idea how to pronounce Dutch names. Piet Widjik Park. That can't be right. In this park right here. I can't pronounce it. But I guess all of this means there's a chance that it wasn't Effie's idea to meet originally. But again, we can't be 100% sure. And who's to say?
I think it was that dude's idea. And yeah, indirectly getting 2 people killed. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, there's like so much of just taking like a prank way too fucking far in general, bro. Even if these 2 people weren't even killed. Like, bro, like, why are you telling somebody just to meet up? Is it just like a funny kiki haha of just like being like, aha, you went to the bridge, you went to the bridge? No, that's just not funny, bro. You getting a call to a real gangster over there in like another country.
What would have happened regardless. But either way, what happens next is a senseless tragedy. It is awful because Effie apparently went to this bridge that he agreed to meet at, except he came armed. And at the same time, 3 teens were walking to McDonald's through the park where the bridge was located, and before anyone knew what was even happening, FA allegedly opened fire on the 3 teenagers, which then took the life of 2 of them. I don't know the exact timeline after this, but then it's reported that Rowan deleted his VODs, and when asked, he denied that he had any involvement. Everything about the story is just a tragedy, but he did go as far to say that he wasn't even live that day, so apparently there was no chance that he could have had any involvement. Impossible even. Like, come on, dude. This is also going to be really interesting.
Man, just a fucking liar, bro. It really annoys me that he couldn't own up to this shit and just lying, bro. Just quit lying, bro. It's gonna be discovered anyway, because like I'm pretty sure your audience is gonna leak this when they connect 1 and 2 and just be like, oh yeah, he was live. Here's his original video. Pretty sure somebody was recording it, because like I'm pretty sure like everybody like literally can save your stream before anything ever happened, or maybe the Wayback Machine will catch it, or one of these third-party ass like sites will kind of catch it. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it, bro. There's a way to fucking catch that, and it's a damn travesty. Like, this dude arrives and just shoots up like 3 teens, just not even knowing what to fucking meet up or who the guy is. He just assumed and just shot up people.
To see what happens with this case, because I don't know how this would be handled in the US, and I definitely don't know how this would be handled in Europe. I mean, there's no way this prankster ever thought in a million years that something like this would happen. Now, obviously, there is a massive risk when it comes to prank calling, and there's especially a massive risk when it comes to prank calling unstable people, especially when you're warned ahead of time that this is an unstable person. But again, unfortunately for him, even though he claimed, I wasn't live that day, the internet, you know, it's forever. And obviously people were able to connect the dots. Plus, his Discord notifications told a very different story than what he was saying. So obviously it is not a great look to have going live to do prank calls as a Discord notification when he was claiming, I didn't stream that day. What are you talking about? I mean, hey, I'm no expert, but this kind of sounds like hiding evidence. But anyway, Rowan's statement changed on the April 24th when RTL News reported through his lawyer, Gerald Rotoff, that the denial was basically based on incorrect information about the date. Rotoff said that Rowan now retracts that statement and regrets the confusion. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but you know, it's a little convenient to just forget the date that this all happened, but who knows? Currently though, Rowan is being viewed as a witness rather than a suspect, with his lawyer arguing it cannot be concluded that the prank itself caused what happened. And again, to be fair, I don't think anyone could have ever expected something like this to happen, but still, the dude indirectly got 2 teenagers' lives taken by doing.
Bro, it was crazy. Like, the person warned that the guy is literally unstable. Why would you even want to fucking prank this guy even as like a fucking joke? I guess his background of being a gangster and being unstable is just, I mean, I guess, like I said, the prankster didn't even know that, but like, I mean, just having this, I'm sorry, just having this on your conscience just really fucking sucks. I don't know what type of person he is, and I don't know if this will like affect him, but like it really would affect me if I indirectly got 2 people killed, because that, nigga, that's a tough pill to swallow, bro. Innocent people at that point, and it wasn't their fault.
That by instigating this dude to do this. This is just such a tragedy. But regardless, I don't even know what the desired outcome was here. Did whoever donated know that this person might be gang affiliated? So maybe the person who donated set the streamer up to do something really stupid, which obviously he does over and over again. But obviously pushing the prank so far that they have to meet up in public, nothing good could ever happen from that. Especially when the context of the whole prank is, hey, you owe someone very dangerous a whole bunch of money. Like, that's just not a reassuring call to get, especially as an unstable person, because at the bare minimum, he wanted to cause this guy some anguish for content. And also, as the person who said that FA suffered from PTSD and schizophrenia and had not been taking his medication for about 6 months at the time of the call. So again, recipe for disaster. The prank caller didn't know this at the time, but still, a recipe for disaster. But I am definitely wondering, could the streamer actually get charges from this? Could the person who donated the money to the streamer get charges for this? I don't know. Regardless, all of this is a tragedy. It should have never happened, but here we are. And we don't even know what's going to happen to FA, because Dutch law requires establishing intent to prove murder. And the defense contends that FA's actions weren't premeditated, but rather a panic response to what he believed was a legitimate police investigation spurred by the prank. The only thing that we know...
That's stupid law. I'm sorry. He killed 2 people decidedly anyway, but you can't really tell like how things go in other countries. You can't really just change the laws in different countries because that just sounds like a stupid law.
Is that 2 teenagers are not here because of a prank. A preliminary hearing has been scheduled for July 8th, so we'll likely have a lot more information then, but
like, man, everybody in this whole situation is a big dumbass, bro. The person who called in the prank knowing that this guy has like mental problems or whatever, knowing that he's a gangster or whatever, and I'm pretty sure he knew the guy too, and talking this guy into like doing this and wanting to see him indirectly be the fault behind this. I hope he gets charged too. I hope I know they got ways of finding people. The government is like a good high-tech place in like every country, so I'm pretty sure they got ways of finding that dude, whoever made that call. And like, I hope that dude gets charged differently for that whole thing, because like, that's a stupid law, bro. Like, he killed 2 people, bro. The principle of that, come on now, get your law straight, man. And then this guy, I don't know, he's just in between it, just doing desperate shit for desperate views, bro. It's just the old shtick of the, you know, the influencer content creator, bro. But I hope everything is just solved with this case by arresting them too. But like I said, I mean, I guess this guy just didn't know this would really happen, but I don't know if he kind of caught the innuendos. He just tried to make some type of entertaining ass stream or something and just try to make more money. That's the only thing I feel like he's guilty of. But like, having that on your conscience, getting 2 people indirectly killed, is, I know that has to just have to eat up the regular person, bro. It would eat me up, bro. But hey, man, if you guys want to see more reactions by me, either like and subscribe, go check out Atazi's original video if you just want to watch it alone and without my pausing in it. Don't forget to click that hype button. It really helps me as a small creator. We are on the road to 600 subs. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?